Welcome to the Sunday show, everybody. Dragon Blogger here, and Mrs. Dragon Blogger, who's in the middle of having a cold, but
Sorry, everybody, but I'm glad to be back.
She still wanted to do a show today,
even though she's sick. Long hiatus.
So welcome. We'll give it a few minutes for people to start pouring in. This is our first show in, what is it?
A while.
2 months? January, last time I show? Yeah, we haven't done a show since January together, so it's been quite a while since we've done a show together. So it's good to be back. It's good to see everybody. And Mrs. Dragon Blogger is actually going to lead the show today and go first so she can go rest and recover after. But she has a ton of new products and a lot of new jewelry items that have never been showcased before. So they're going to be showcased for the first time on this show.
Well, actually, that's not true.
Okay, some have been showcased
There are
before.
like 2 repeats, but everything else is new.
Yep. Okay, sounds good. Did I remember to add your meteorite to the show? I don't remember. Do you see it on your product list?
I do not.
Okay. Do you want me to add it real quick or just, nah, it's fine. Let's just take it off that show.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot to add one product to her show today, so there'll be one less product.
We had some last minute things. The app that we used to stream through Amazon wasn't working, so.
Yeah, we got the authorization error, so we weren't able to go live. That's why we're late today. We almost weren't able to make it. So we got lucky. Thanks for everybody who's following over on the Twitch. Much appreciated. So we're going to cut over to Mrs. Dragon Blogger segment and let her go through some of her products. And then we'll cut over to my segment, which my half of the show will have more of the tech items and things like that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut over to Mrs. Dragon Blogger right now.
Yeah, so it's nice to be back other than having a cold, so I apologize for that. My voice is not great sounding, but I'll do the best I can.
Hey, Sheila, welcome.
So, the first item I have is a really gorgeous cocktail ring, but you could even use it as a wedding set. So this company sent us a really great item, and I'm going to show you. They added something a little bit different. The box is LED lit, so this is a really great presentation. Really nice box. So you could definitely save this box and reuse it for pretty much everything. You can pop this velvet portion out. And I like to keep my different stud earrings in this box. So this is a really great item. So you get 2 stackable rings here. You've kind of got that ring guard look. And then you have this multicolored stone. Now I'm going to tell you about the stone. It is a lab-created alexandrite. Alexandrite is one of your most expensive gems out there. You could pay the price of a house for a natural alexandrite. So the scientists found a way to lab create this, which is still a real gemstone. You still have to take a particle from a natural to be able to create in the lab. It's just controlled in an environment. What I like to tell people about lab-grown stones is it's like flowers that you buy, right? They're grown in a hothouse versus, maybe you have a rose bush in your backyard. So this is a really great way to do a gemstone that otherwise would be out of reach and out of cost for most of us. So you have this huge kite shape alexandrite, and then you have your accent stones here. 18 karat gold over your silver. Just a really great look. So you have the 2 bands here. Now they're not supposed to fit flush. So as you'll see that there's a little bit of gap, and that's totally okay. I'm going to show you the under gallery here of each ring. Fully finished on the under gallery, nicely polished. Same thing with the other one, fully finished. So this is a great set if you're looking for something that's unique, something that is going to last you a really long time, a beautiful presentation in your LED lit box. And it's just a really great set. So they sent us this set, and just get my fingerprints off here a little bit. But this is a wonderful set. This is a wonderful set. So check this out. I was really impressed with the quality of the cutting of the stone. So that's also something to note. This is definitely something that I would give as a gift. Very high quality, unique in its setting, unique in the cutting of the stones. So just a really, really nice set that if you're looking for something just a little bit different, this is definitely something that you could definitely consider.
There's also a 10% off coupon right now on the set too, so you actually get it for just under $30.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You really can't. I just love that it's unique, and I love how they presented it. So,
All right, next up.
the next item I have is something that I wear every single day. I shower with it. I don't really take it off. This is your classic Mariner Link bracelet, gold bracelet. And you can see the Mariner Link there. It's supposed to look like the chain on an anchor, if you've ever seen one. But really great, nice and kind of that dainty style because it's not huge. So it's really great if you love to stack and layer your bracelets like I do. It's comfortable. It has the lobster claw clasp. Just a really, really nice everyday bracelet. Stackable. Highly recommend this. I've been probably wearing this for a couple months now. And I shower with it and everything else. And it hasn't broken, it hasn't come off. It's stayed looking like it's natural gold over self, and it's just a really nice bracelet. Highly recommend this. Next we have a ring, and this is moissanite, and I have talked about
Oh, the CDs.
oh, sorry about that. Our printer ink, look how light that was.
Yeah, it's I need more printing.
Okay, that's coming up. So another one that I wear every day is this. And because of our affiliation with my son being in the Navy and things like that, I really loved this kind of celestial North Star kind of look. Again, I've been wearing this for a couple months, and I layer and stack with my other bracelets. It has stayed really nice quality. You have the little beads. Every couple inches, you have the lobster claw clasp here, but fully finished on the undergallery. This is something that doesn't raise up too much, so you can definitely wear this every day. I've showered with it. I've worn it for a couple months now alongside the other bracelet, and this is just a really nice way to kind of show that kind of celestial style, which is all over. It's all the rage right now, all over the world. So I highly recommend this bracelet also. It's just a great buy. It's great for stacking and layering. It keeps its look. It looks really nice, and definitely something to consider if you stack and layer your bracelets. So, all right, now I have talked about moissanite on this show, and in case I'll give you the short version. Moissanite was found in Canyon Diablo in Arizona. They thought they had stumbled upon diamonds. They went and tested it. It wasn't. They found out that it actually had 4 times the refraction of a diamond. Refraction is when light hits and it breaks up into many different colors. So, moissanite was then lab created. So, it's a fraction of the cost of diamonds. You can get better clarity, better color. And my son even chose moissanite as an engagement ring for his now wife. And I'm really glad that I exposed him to all different types of things because he didn't have to go broke, proposing and having a lifetime engagement ring for her. So this one I like to wear as a thumb ring. It is adjustable. You order it in your size, but it can be adjusted a little bit. Just make sure you do it very soft and slow, not to create the, any damage to the prongs or have stones fall out. But it's kind of that bypass style. fully finished on the under gallery. Really nice ring. I wear, like I said, on my thumb, but this could really be any finger. So definitely keep that in mind. And for the price, you really can't beat that. It is sterling silver, but it's just a gorgeous ring. Add some bling. That rhymed.
Yeah,
Get it? Get it?
5% off coupon on the page too.
So yeah, I mean it's one of my favorites. So I've been wearing it a lot too. So next I have something a little bit unique. I had found this. This is all your rhinestones, so but meant to look in that diamond type of look. The stones go all the way around. You have a large lobster claw clasp with an extender. Now, it is a choker type, but it comes with the 16.5-inch chain plus the 2-inch extender. And then the tie itself is about 7 inches in its length. So this will go all the way around your neck. This is kind of edgy, fully finished on the under gallery, so it's going to be really smooth. I just think that this was so unique, and you know, I would wear this with a button shirt and maybe a blazer and some slacks. Just a really unique type of necklace to add to your collection, but really beautiful. Like I said, nice extender length, and you have a huge clasp, so it's going to be really easy for you to put this on yourself.
You're going to get a lot of attention. There's no way you're not going to attention wearing something like that out.
Yeah, well, it's so super unique.
That's an attention piece.
But that's okay. I mean, we wear jewelry because it's pretty, right? So.
The next ring is one of my favorites.
Oh, well, yeah. Of course. So, we have a dragon ring in our show. So, I'm going to try to show you the detail, but, you know, it just doesn't do it justice. You know, you have to really see it in person, and for its price, try it out. Get it home. Now, this weighs 8 grams total, and it does have the CZs on it. It is gold plated, fully finished on its under gallery. Very comfy to wear, but you have the dragon's head and his ears and a little bit of the tail coming out. You do have stones on the side, but really nice detail, little bit of bling. A lot of the dragon rings are done kind of, I want to say, maybe cartoonish, but I do feel like this one is more elegant. So definitely, for the price, check it out. Definitely.
Thanks for the follow, Pamela. Much appreciated.
So next we have this princess ring. Now this is white gold plated with your CZ. It's kind of that princess crown, queen crown. You've got the millgraining work around here, fully finished, very comfortable to wear. Kind of that pave set diamond look. Now this fits flush. It's very smooth to the top, so it's not going to catch on your materials, a blouse, things like that. If you work with kids, if you work in the medical field and have to use gloves, this won't catch. It's very smooth, and I just love the detail. I love the millgraining. And also, if you have a queen or a princess in your life, this would be a really really cool little gift here. And for the price, you know, Easter's coming up. So, you know, I don't like having to put all the candy. You know, some candy's okay for Easter, but like, what do you put in eggs, you know, that you know, are maybe a little bit healthier or an alternative, right? So I think always jewelry is appropriate. They will fit in the little eggs. Put a diamond here, a ruby here, you know. Excuse me. So anyway.
What kind of Easter eggs have you been
Hint, 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 hint.
Exactly.
So next we have the cutest little stud earrings. They are paw prints. So if you are a pet lover, you have a dog or a cat or anything with like a little paw in your life, that can represent that. They do come with the butterfly backing, and I will show you that.
It's not a real human ear.
No, absolutely not. It's not. So you come with the butterfly backing or the post tension back. But these are stainless steel with the gold tone overlay. So these will last a long time and very comfortable to wear. They fit on your earlobe really great. This is something you could wear all the time. I don't feel like, if some people, maybe would prefer just wearing, the metals without any stones, which I can't imagine. But anyway, really nice set of earrings. I saw these and I thought they were super cute. Again, this could be for an animal lover. I was even thinking, a lot of the charity events to help different, like, shelters for animals. This could be a really great way to, auction this off and be able to, really do some good for all the unwanted pets. So anyway, this is a really great product. Really cute pair of earrings. I will definitely wear these. So definitely. So next, getting back to the moissanite here, I am going to show you.
You're extremely efficient.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, I guess. I know I had to give myself a little pep talk. I caught a cold on the plane, and so thank you to the person that was not wearing a mask and, was sneezing, right beside me. So thank you. So speaking of moissanite, right? This is an awesome pendant. So a few years ago, the diamond circle was, to signify the, the circle of life or different people in your family. That eternal circle was all the rage. So this is kind of a take on that, but they put a solitaire in the middle of the circle. So all of it is pave moissanite. It does come with the sterling silver chain. This is just a beautiful way. You could put it on a different chain. It has a pretty nice size bail. So if you want to put it on a different chain, you can definitely do that. But I'm going to try to show you this up close. It's so pretty. I can't wait to wear this. But fully finished on the under gallery here. Just a really, it has a lobster claw clasp and your extender. So this is just a really beautiful, look at that.
Hey, Margaret, welcome. So just to know about this moissanite necklace pendant, it comes in 1 carat, 2 carat, 3 carat.
This is the 3 carat.
That's the 3 carat size, and there's 5% off coupon on the page. So the 1 carats are $39.99, the 3 carats $59.99, and then still 5% off on the page. So it's actually a really good deal.
It's so pretty, and like I said, you can put it on a different chain if you want to, but I mean, for the price, 3 carats for $60, minus the 5%. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And this is something that's going to last you a lifetime. And I think it's better than a diamond. Because you're getting so much more. And not having to pay for the name. Diamonds are controlled. Moissanite is not. A lot of different labs grow moissanite. Even though Charles and Kovar were the first ones that did that. So.
I would not know that. So the next piece she's going to show you is actually one of my favorite pieces. Because I love blue colored stones. I'm really big into blue stones.
Now this is by Kendra Scott. So this is by Kendra Scott. It comes in this really cool box with the little velvet bag here that you can keep it in. And now what makes this unique is not only the color, right? But also that the stone is set east to west. So that's really nice. This is choker length. I believe it is gold over, correct?
It is.
Okay.
14 karat gold plate.
Okay, so you do have your large lobster claw clasp. You do have your designer tag that says Kendra Scott on it.
And I love that it's a cat's eye.
And then fully finished. Look how they finished this on the underneath. Look at the metal work that they did on that. So, really nice. I've worn it once already, and it was really pretty. So, pardon me. For the price, you really can't beat that. This is just a really unique piece, not a stone that you find too often. So, if you love this designer, this is a really great way to get started. I mean, it's $55. Are they offering any?
No discount.
No discount off? Okay. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But this is worth it at $55. You really can't beat that. So, I mean, this is a true designer piece. Next, I have, it's not really jewelry related, but it is an accessory. So this is by Michael Kors. This is really cool. I saw this and I was like, this is not normally the style that I use, that I wear a lot. Because my favorites are actually Coach. But these are really cool because they're that purple tone. These are designer. It comes with the cleaning cloth. Really cool case here for travel. Put in your car. You can see the Michael Kors there. You have the rubber tips, so it'll be comfortable over your ears. And it's just that aviator kind of style. I haven't tested them in the sun yet, so full review pending. But really nice set of glasses here if you're looking for maybe a different style. This could definitely be an option for you. Next, I want to tell you about these shoes. So I just got these shoes. After traveling, my shoes, my Skechers that I wear were just really kind of trashed because of what we went through. Anyway, so these are the I wanted, you guys all know the name brand. I'm not gonna say it because I don't have that product, but when you see this design, you'll know who I'm talking about. It's a very popular shoe brand. A lot of athletes wear it. So this shoe is made by Capson. These are their classic running shoes. They do offer them in multiple colors. So these are lace up, which that's my only complaint about these, is that I wish that you didn't have the tie laces. So that's the only thing. So the knitting here is super lightweight. It's breathable, but it hugs your foot. And, it is a synthetic material, but it kind of wraps around your foot. And the top kind of conforming, like a conforming fit. It's ventilated so you can keep, your feet dry and healthy and comfortable. So it allows it to breathe. So that's really nice. I wore these all day yesterday and I really liked them. They were super comfortable. They also have a really durable rubber that is placed on the outside. So this really helps the knobs kind of add traction to it. So this really provides really good support and really good shock absorption. So something to keep in mind if you are familiar with that name brand, but you want something comparable, but you don't want to pay $200-300 for them. This I found is just as good, if not better. I actually liked the material more than on the expensive brand. And it's super comfortable. It has extra padding here. So one thing I'm always kind of fearful for is until you break shoes in, right? I always think that they lack padding for your heel. And I hate that. because then you end up getting a blister on your heel or something like that. So these had plenty of padding. Even though they're new shoes and I was still breaking them in, my feet were really comfortable after wearing them even the first time. I didn't feel like, they felt like they were already broken in. These are the size 7. So if you're looking for this type of shoe and this type of style, check these out because I honestly, I love them. I think they're great. And I don't think that you need to spend $200 or $300.
Yeah, 57% off right now, 38.
I know. And I was like, you know what? For that price, I'll try them, you know? But I was super impressed. Excuse me. Next, I'm doing kind of an unboxing here. I had bought this for my trips, but it didn't come in time. So that was a bummer. But I'll take it the next time I go, which will probably be in like 2 weeks or something like that. So let's see what it's got. It's got your charging cord. It's got your carry case here, which is really cool.
Do they feel like you're not wearing shoes?
I would say yes. You don't feel like you're wearing a running shoe because it's not bulky. You know? And I think a running shoe or an athletic shoe, I think a lot of them are very heavy and they really feel bulky. This one, I felt like I could walk with no limitation. It didn't feel heavy. It didn't feel cumbersome. They were light but supportive. So I would say yes. That's the answer to that question. I think that question could be answered in multiple ways, but yeah, I do know what you're talking about. A lot of athletic shoes can be very bulky. And so, like, if you're running, that's like the last thing you want. You want something that has a lot of support, but also you can move in. So, so this Niceable portable sonic toothbrush is awesome. Comes with 4 replacement heads right off the bat. So awesome. So this is what the unit looks like. So it is meant for travel. I do wish it was a little bit thinner. Now, it is comparable. I'll put my cell phone next to it. It is comparable to the size of your cell phone. It is thicker than that, though. But I still think that this is a good travel piece. So this is where you put your charger in. You have the USB charging cord. So you take off the top here. It does fit your brush. So it comes with a little cap here to keep it clean. Here's the main unit. Pop it on here. Can you see if you can get that? Sometimes it takes a little oomph. But here's the case.
It's got a very specific way because it's not perfectly round.
Yeah, I noticed that little divot. Yeah, okay. So anyway, this, I did charge it.
Oh, it's quiet.
It is quiet. Now, this has UV sterilization. So you keep it, you know, nice and clean. It does have a drying function in it, and it has 4 brush modes. So this is awesome. All in one unit. You get your sterilization, your drying function, and it's got 4 brush modes. That's awesome. And how it charges is it charges in this case too. So you don't have to have a separate charger. You just plug it into the back here, but quiet. Really, really nice. I love this. This is really, really worthwhile product. So keep this in mind if you're going to travel. This would even be good for kids. I just think that sonic toothbrushes are just really, really good to have. So
Well, I realized I do have a meeting right in the show, so you can relax.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, definitely. This is a very good idea for traveling.
Next up, I have a makeup person.
Yeah. So I like this for travel too. This is the Bling Toman 4-in-1. This is the Bling Toman 4-in-1 makeup brush set. So instead of carrying 4 different makeup brushes, this is like all in one. So I'm going to show you. This is really cool. So if you have a travel makeup bag, you're going to have 4 brushes that you can use. So there's this one for like blush. You have this one, which is, you know, for your foundation. It's that soft sponge. Take this off. Now you have your eyeshadow brush, anything of that nature. I don't think I can get this one off. Can you see if you can get this top off? My arthritis in my hands has been kind of bad. And then you have this brush. So this is a really nice way to definitely take your on-the-go brushes here. So, yeah, I think that this is a really nice way to kind of add your, you know, just you know, travel lighter. And that's the thing. My trips, I had to fit like a month's worth into like just a backpack.
If she did like 16 days of travel with just a backpack, it was crazy.
It's the first time I'd ever done that. I truly backpacked it. It was not fun. This was not a fun vacay. But what I started looking into was all these travel type of things that, you know, like 4-in-1 brushes. Like that's awesome because, you know, part of traveling light is to be able to do multi things with one tool. So specifically, it comes with this sponge brush head for foundation, the lip brush used with, you know, concealer. You can use it, you know, for, you know, your lip tints and stuff like that, and your contour and blush brush. So really awesome. Definitely something really good to have. Most women's makeup bags are just, you know, you throw everything in. This is a great way to not have to take all those brushes separately and to be able to pack a little lighter. So definitely a good idea. The next product is a really good idea too. So this is the Hoto glue gun. And this really should win a product award or something like that. So my oldest son, just moved into his new house for the naval base in Washington. And I wanted to create them a little like housewarming gift. So I did one of those wood painted hearts, put a hanging clip on the back, and all this was done with this glue gun. And it's cordless. So this is just your USB charger. Charger's right there. You put your glue sticks in here. It's even got a cover to protect the head. And I will say it heats up very quick. No problem. Standard size glue sticks will work. Heats up fast, stays heated, stands up. That's awesome. So this is just a really great tool if you do crafts, things like that. This was super easy to use. So, and like I said, all this, the letters, the flowers, everything, I used the glue gun to put all this on. So, and this is going to be for their new house. So,
it is, not only is it 21% off on the page, there's also a 10% off coupon.
well, and the thing is, what impressed me was they had a cover for your tip, which I don't see on a lot of glue guns. Very easy to use. Fact that it's cordless. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is like a crafter's dream. So, not to have that cord in the way. I would have rather had this when I made Mason all those wreaths for his graduation. You know how helpful this would have been? So, definitely, excuse me, definitely recommend that if you do crafts or anything like that. So next we have a really unique gift. If you're looking for a really unique gift, this is truly a piece of space. So this is an iron meteorite. It comes with the little bag here, and I'm going to show you the meteorites. I'm just going to put them on my hand, lift them up so you can see. So these truly are iron meteorites that come. You get 2 little nuggets, and then you also get your certificate here. So really great presentation as far as, making it a little gift for any reason. Maybe you just have somebody that you want to like really emphasize that, you care about them. You don't need a holiday. I always say you don't need a holiday to show somebody you care and you're thinking about them. Now, you're probably saying, well, what are you going to do with these just tiny little rocks, right? Well, they do sell little pendants that, if you've ever seen maybe those little, they're not urns, but they're like little tiny clear pendants that you can put sometimes ashes in or sand or something like that, or beads. Well, this would totally work. So what I'll do is on one of my other shows, I'll make a pendant out of it. That way you can kind of see. Yeah, like that, kind of. Yeah, but then they have these clear ones, like, what's coming to mind? They have, like, these little clear glass hearts, and you take the top off, and you can put stuff in there. You could probably even make a pair of earrings out of this, honestly. If you got one of those post backs, and you use some of the metalworking glue, you could probably make a pendant, a pair of earrings out of it. So, but if you're just a rock collector like me, this is a really unique gift to give somebody. So definitely check this out. This is a really, really unique gift. So really cool little gift. People of any ages would really appreciate that. And they can keep this tube too. So, and you can display this. So.
Mother's Day's coming up.
And this is by Happy Land. So thank you for that. And that's my products for today. I, again, apologize about my voice.
All right, Mr. Aguilar covered her set, so we're going to go to the beginning of the carousel and do my set. I'm going to cut over now, but first we've got to introduce somebody who we might know. All right, come. Come on. You've been waiting. Come on. Come on. There you go. Pumpkin says hi.
It's Pumpkin!
You doing pumpkin side, everybody? Ready to do our segment?
Kiwi's on his little bed over here.
Ready to do our products? Kiwi, what are you up to? Kiwi!
He's like, I'm trying to sleep. Oh, Bobo.
You can get down. Oh, here you go, Kiwi. All right. Kiwi says hi, too. Kiwi says hi, too. Yes, you do.
Hey, Chubbs!
Yes, you do. You doing good?
He's like, do I get a cookie for
good.
this?
Yes, you are.
He has
All
a
right.
great face.
Yes, he does. All right.
We love our baby.
We always show the dog. Oop, I hit my desk. We always show the dogs at least once per show. I show the dogs once per show. So, I have some new products. Let me switch to the first one here. The first up is I'm going to do the unboxing first, but I'm going to show you that I have it here. This is the Eufy Mach 1 vacuum and mop combination unit. Now, I just got it in the mail yesterday, so I have not had a chance to test it, and I'm sure Pumpkin's going to attack it when I try. But something really interesting about this is you can go over your hard floors just one time and vacuum and mop them at the same time. It has this roller brush in here, which reminds me of like a paint roller brush that basically uses the liquid in this top container with the cleaner, and it comes with a bottle cleaner. And then you've got the dust pan to collect the dust here. But rather impressive combination unit that I can't wait to try out, because my dogs constantly are bringing in mud from the outside with the doggy doors. And they're always tracking paw prints in the house, because I have a lot of hard floors in the house and the long hallway and the kitchen and living room. And so I find myself having to vacuum first and then mop after multiple times per week. So I wanted a unit that could kind of consolidate so that I only have to run over once, save time.
See,
since
I
I do so
wanted
frequently.
one of these really bad, you know.
Yeah, so hopefully this will work well. But I had, you know what? I'm really never been let down by a Eufy product before. And this Eufy mop was I actually bought and pre-ordered. So I was pretty happy that it came so quickly. It has a charging base, which I have on the wall right there. And it just sits on its charging base on the ground. It also comes with a spare roller brush, and it comes with some cleaning fluid. So I will look forward to testing that out. Hopefully it'll perform very well. The next Eufy product is the Eufy H30 Mate cordless vacuum, which that I will show you a video on. Let me see. Oh, let me get my Shocks headset on too while I'm at it. There we go. All right, interact and play.
I'm here demonstrating the Eufy HomeVac H30 to clean up pet hair off my couch.
Too loud.
So this is in low power mode with, again, the carpet attachment, which has a bristling brush which spins around. It also has this gripper line on the bottom, which helps pull up the little short hairs, especially if you have short, fine hairs for like short hair breeds like Boston Terriers where the hairs get embedded. So you can see it's just to be a fairly good job. Now in high power boost, it does a lot more suction, so it actually grips a lot better than the couch, but it's still delicate enough it's not actually tearing the fabric, and I don't have to worry about it damaging my couch fabric. So here I am going over my...
So I also use this hand vac for cleaning out the trunk of the car and the back seats of the car as well. It does a really good job because its suction power. It can get my really fine Boston Terrier's dog hair out of the carpet, and that kind of like that really tight carpeting on the back of cars. I even went transporting sand and dirt because I was buying dirt for the yard where we started having to go for holes and I had to fill in some stuff. And some of the dirt spilled, and it does a really good job of picking up sand and dirt because I also had patio bricks. And you know how when you have those concrete patio bricks, you get that like crumbling stone and dust and dirt and rock all over your car. This had no problems handling all that very well. And this couch was actually the next item I have in the carousel too. I have the blue version of this couch, but they also have the orange, obviously the brown version. They have other colors. Absolutely love this couch. This couch is foldable to where it turns into just a plain ottoman where you can actually fold the bottom leg part in and the top leg part, the top head part folds down. So it turns into a full ottoman. It turns into a full sofa, like you sit in it like a seat, like a full sofa, but it also extends into a full bed, queen-sized bed. So this is an incredible sofa as well. I've actually spent a lot of nights sleeping on this.
This is my
usually when one of us
can
is sick,
fold, and I
I'll
love
sleep
this
in the
ottoman.
living room,
So
and I was sleeping on
all
this
you have to
for
do is switch it back
quite
off.
a lot. It's actually pretty
Again,
comfortable.
showing you the way the bristle works here in this
But my
attachment.
dogs sleep on it so
All you
much, so I have to
do
always
is
have to vacuum
yank
it.
it off. You can see it has the pins that connect for extra power. I'm going to put in the stick attachment, and this helps get in between the little crevices in this little ottoman over here. I like that it has a little light on it to help shine down into the crevice areas.
Yeah, so this vacuum is perfect when you have a foldable ottoman like that, or this like adjustable sofa bed ottoman, because you get all these crevices and pockets where sand, especially my dogs get on it, where dirt and sand or lint or something. So you definitely want a hand vac like this that has all the attachment heads so that you can kind of get into all those crevices. The two work very well together. If you get one of those sofa beds or convertibles where you're going to have a lot of pockets, you're going to have a lot of folds where you need to get in between them, this hand vac works very well to that. So I thought they were good to showcase together because I use them both together very frequently. So next up on the product list, to go back to my live scene, is the OpenCom UC. So I'm not using the mic on the OpenCom UC, but I'm using it to listen to the videos as I play them and show you. So I really love Shokz bone conduction headphones. I've talked about them numerous times in my shows. Nate's covered them. I've covered them quite frequently, and there's not a day that goes by that I'm not switching between my OpenCom UC or my Open Run Pro, which I actually have hanging up on a hook in the living room right now, because that's my one I grab and I just wear when I go to the car and I want to listen to my audiobook and go to the airport, or when I go for walks or jogs or take the dog for a walk. My my Open Run Pro, which is also in the carousel, I just take out when I go for walks. Then when I want to stay and listen to something on my PC, but I want to keep my ears open so I can hear what's going around me, that's when I use the OpenCom UC, because the OpenCom UC has a USB Wi-Fi dongle that's auto-paired with the headphones, with the bone conduction headphones, and you plug it in USB, and then you could use it as your audio device. Now, the only honest thing I could say that I really don't think is a little lacking is, for some reason, the microphone, even though it's a really good boom mic, if you're on phone, the boom mic's good. Really, really good boom mic on the OpenCom UC. And it will pair between your phone and your PC. You can have it paired to two devices at the same time. So it'll alternate between which one it picks up, and it'll switch back and forth automatically. But for some reason on Windows doesn't have very good Bluetooth drivers, and the mic chops in and out on Windows, very prone to interference. Like if I swing my head or I'm waving my hand, I'll cause it to have interference. But that's really a Windows PC issue with the OpenCom UC. The sound is fine, but the mic is a little lacking on Windows. It doesn't happen on Mac, and it doesn't happen on iPhones, but it definitely happens on Windows. That's the only thing I would say to note about it if you're going to consider. I use the Open Run Pro more, only because I keep the OpenCom UC next to my PC with the USB dongle. So I use the Open Run Pro quite a bit more frequently. But they both have about the same drivers. They both sound the same. The bass in them is pretty good, although a tad bit buzzy. I mostly use them to listen to audiobooks, or again, if I need to have my ears open and I want the security and safety of hearing what's going around me, because I've said this numerous times before that there's not a lot of streets, sidewalks where I live. So once I get past the sidewalk out of my community, I have to walk in the roads, and there's bike lanes and everything, but there's not a lot of sidewalks here where I live in California. So when I walk the dogs, and you know how the dogs can walk back and forth and swing back and forth while they walk, and they don't always walk perfectly straight. I want to be able to hear if a car's coming up behind us. I want to hear if an e-bike or another person's coming up behind us. So I have to have my ears open, and that's why I use my bone conduction headphones, is for the safety of hearing what's going on around you, especially when you're walking in the street where there's no sidewalk. You're more prone to basically needing to hear a car coming by, needing to hear a bike coming by. And there's a lot of e-bikes and people like going really fast on those e-bikes here. So don't want to accidentally have me or my dog get hit by an e-bike or not hear it and they get too close and I get startled. So any questions on anything, don't forget to let us know. We're here to answer your questions. Next up is this desk that I'm using right now. So this is the Fisibo triple motor standing L desk, and this was a life changer to get. So I spend 14 to 16 hours working every single day, sitting at this desk or working here at this desk. Well, not this specific desk because I'm half standing now. So if I have an unhealthy amount of time in front of my computer, honestly, unhealthy amount of time. Not kidding when I say 14 to 16 hours. I'm literally at this station where you see me at right now. This desk, which I could just simply put in stand mode right now, while I'm going to do live. You're going to see. I'm going to have to stand up because I'm going to stand mode. I'm actually going to sit just to see how high it goes. So here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. There it goes. 47.5 inches. Now I'm in full stand mode, right? I love having this standing desk because not only do I now alternate between standing while I'm working, right? When I'm on my headset, I'm working, and I could just stand up and stretch my legs, not be sitting in a sedentary position the whole time. But now that I'm standing and I have this desk, and again, I have everything on my desk, my USB hub, all my tablets, my monitor. I rigged everything with long enough cables and enough loops and loose cord so that it could compensate for being pulled with my desk going up and down without, it was funny because when I first did my standing desk, my USB hub cable wasn't long enough going down to my PC, which is on the floor. So it just like tore it off the desk and took everything down with it and made a mess. But, I still got all my cables. What I can't figure out though is the cable management because I have to have my cables be able to, pull up and down. I can't kind of do tight cable management because when I put my desk in standing mode, I don't want those cords to pull. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do my cable management under my desk. So it's not so messy because it is pretty messy right now, I'll be honest with you. I've got cords everywhere. So, but I really like the standing desk, and I pair the standing desk with this FYC under the desk treadmill. So, which that I will show you the video on in a second. But I have it under here on the desk behind me because I have the other desk over here. We actually have 3 desks in my office. They have Miss Dragonlogger's desk table. I've got my standing desk, and I've got another product showcase desk behind me over here. The FYC treadmill, which I'm going to show you, when I'm not using it, I take it out and put it under that desk over there. I just pull my chair, slide my chair off the side, take that treadmill out, put it on my desk, and then I just walk on my treadmill, usually at a speed of 1 to 1.5 miles per hour. Any faster and I get winded too fast and I can't be on conference calls while I'm walking too fast. The other thing is I could literally just be on my treadmill for like an hour, just constantly walking at 1 mile per hour, just making it go. And I really try to use it as often as possible, honestly. So I'm up to about 2 hours a day in standing mode, and I find that my knees and hips hurt. Any more than 2 hours, I'll start getting a little sore. So I want to transition myself up to where at least 3 to 5 hours a day I'm standing versus sitting, and I'm working my way up there. I started that when I first got the standing desk and the treadmill, I was doing about 45 minutes, and then I'd have to sit because my knees would hurt. I also find that I'm very shifty. I'm always moving. I'm always when I'm standing like now, I'm always like shifting my weight to one leg, or I'm shifting my weight to the other leg. I don't seem to stand perfectly still when my weight's balanced on both legs because I'm very like hyper and animated. So that shifting that I constantly do would cause me to have more fatigue in my right knee or my left knee, depending on which leg I'm shifting to all the time. But ultimately, I was sitting way too much and I needed to get a standing desk. So let me show you the video on the treadmill real quick here. But it's nice that I can even do the rest of the show while I'm standing. I don't have to sit for the rest of the show. So I kind of like that, actually. I like that flexibility. All right, FYC, where we at here? Hold on, I didn't have the video pre-queued, so let me go get it queued real quick. Bear with me. Oh yeah, I'll show the align the tread video because this is something to note. When I got the treadmill when it first arrived, I had to align the treads. So I'm going to show you what I did and how that works. Because when I started walking originally, the tread wasn't balanced and it was sliding off to the right. So I had to align them.
So the tread may not be perfectly aligned on the FYC treadmill when you get it, or from heavy usage, you may have to tune it. So if you look at...
By the way, you see what I mean about the wiring behind my desk? If I go back there, that's how I got all that just like hanging wiring from all the stuff plugged in. It just looks like a mess. That's, I don't know how to figure out how to get that looking good without bundling it up to where it doesn't support being raised up and down without pulling on the cords.
You may have to tune it. So if you look at the back, you can see where you put the Allen wrench in and you have to spin it. Now to make the tread kind of go right, you have to turn it on the left-hand side to tighten it. To make it go left, you have to go on the right side and tighten it. But basically spin it while it's running and kind of watch the treads and make sure you have an even distance between the tread and each side. I had to do a little bit of tuning and a little bit of testing. I noticed when I started using it, especially when it was going fast at first, the treads started being misaligned.
So the other thing to know about this treadmill is you could raise the front to where you could use it to where you have the front bar in front of you. It doesn't have an LED display or anything. You have to use the remote control. This is the remote control for the treadmill, right? And it has a magnetic emergency release with the cord, so that way if you ever get thrown off of it or you need to like pull the magnetic cord off, it'll stop immediately. So just know you have to use the remote to turn it on. Or especially if you have the front folded down, like you have to put it on their desk, and you can't have the front up while it's in desk mode. You have to have it completely flat. Then you need to use the remote, or else you won't be able to easily turn it on and off or adjust the speed settings. It does make a beeping sound. There's no way to suppress the beeping sound, and I found out that it'll go for about 45 minutes, and then it auto shuts off, and you have to restart it again. So it does actually shut off. Yeah, I was thinking about something like that, Garrett. I was thinking about like one of those spiral tubes. At least run them all through a spiral tube, and so they're all going through a single tube. One of those like spiral tubes with the cuts, so you could just put around the cords. But I got some cords going that way, some cords. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, is I think I'm going to put them all in the same spiral tube, so that way they're at least contained in the same tube. So that's a good idea, and I was thinking about doing that. So next up on my list, and by the way, I've used that treadmill 23 days in a row, 23 days now. So 23 times of about 45 minutes to an hour and a half each time. And it works out pretty well. It's not too heavy either. Like I said, I just pick it up and drag it over and I use it. It works out really well. So between my treadmill and my rowing machine, I use both very frequently. You know, the rowing machine for the upper body, the treadmill for the lower body, and you know, just working on the, you know, improving my fitness levels. So next up, this was kind of a cool product that was sent to me. Fanware sent me a couple of products, but this is the first one we'll talk about. This is a little adjustable footrest. And what I like about this is if you're sitting on a couch or you're sitting on your chair, all you have to do is just take your shoes off. Or if you're not wearing shoes in the house, have your socks on. I found I liked it better with my socks on than barefoot. I would recommend having your socks on. But it has these little plastic nubs here, but it also has these little plastic rollers with these little nubs that stick out. And if you just rub your feet up and down on these, it actually is really, really soothing. And I really just started rubbing my feet up and down on these nubs, and they provide like a little bit of a tactile massage. I mean, it's not like a vibrating massage. It's just, I really like the feeling. It kind of like gives you, it's hard to describe, but if you got to try it. You try one of these when you sit on the couch and just rub your feet with socks on them up and down. And I found that the sensation is very pleasant on the bottom of my feet, rubbing my feet up and down these. And it's fully adjustable. You could screw the sides and unscrew the sides here, and you can make it completely flat or make it tilted. So depending on how your chair is or your couch, I found this was just a cool little device to have. Maybe your feet are tired. Maybe I'm going for a walk or a hike for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Just rubbing my feet on these actually was surprisingly beneficial, honestly. And it's way, way more budget friendly than one of the electric foot massagers or foot compression massagers. Now, it doesn't quite work as well as some of those vibration plates or other ones because it doesn't do any compression or anything. It's just you doing your own. But I found it very pleasantly surprising. And so, yeah, recommended. If you want something to just stimulate your feet a little bit and give you a little bit of like a therapeutic feel of your feet, this works out pretty well. And then the other thing from Fanware that they sent me to try out was these hand grips. So I use a lot of hand grips. I have pretty good hand strength. I do everything from, this is a 300-pound test, by the way. I cannot squeeze 300 pounds. That's beyond my ability to squeeze. So 300 pounds is beyond my ability to squeeze. But I do have various ranges between 40 pounds and 120 pounds. And I use hand grips all the time, right? So I'm used to using really, really strong hand grips. I have really, really strong hand grip strength. I could easily do 150 to 200 pounds hand grip strength. But these are more therapeutic hand grips for people who have carpal tunnel issues, or maybe you had to have some occupational therapy and need to rebuild your hand strength up. This is a 3-level hand grip strength. And each color is a different pound of weight. So it starts off with 20 pounds, which is just really easy to me, very just rubbery. But then you start increasing to 30 pounds, which is the blue one. And then, of course, 40 pounds, which is the orange one. And again, 40 pounds is easy for me, but you could definitely feel a little bit of resistance, and it has the little rubber knobs on it. So I would say that if you're somebody who, you know, you feel like you have a weak grip strength, because my mother-in-law, for example, she had carpal tunnel surgery, right? So she does not have a lot of grip strength. I have to always help her open jars and containers and bottles and things like that, like even like vitamin water bottles. So, but if you need to like start working a little bit of grip strength back, these could be really good. They're more therapeutic than for building super core strength in your wrists. These are a decent option, honestly. All right, what do we got next? Oh, this is so cool. So I did not think I would like this as much as I would. So this is a protein shaker mixer bottle, right? But I don't drink protein drinks. What I do is I have super green powder, which has like phytonutrients and like, you know, spinach, algae. Literally, it's got like 1,000 phytonutrients. So I have this super green powder. And I mix it in my green tea, and it's berry flavored because I drink my green tea all the time. And I mix it in my iced green tea, and so I'm getting the benefits of the super greens mixed in with my green tea. But when you just pour it in your green tea by the spoonful, it clumps up a lot. This does a phenomenal job creating a vortex and mixing it. It charges via USB-C. It is wireless. You just power it on, and I'm not putting liquid in here because I want to splash everything everywhere. And it just turns on, and it starts spinning. And I gotta tell you, I was super impressed at the vortex that it created and it mixed my super green into my green tea so well. There was barely any clumping whatsoever. It just does a really good job mixing. So it's designed for protein powders, but it also works if you use any of those energy powders or any of those like super greens, those powdered algae or whatever you put in your drink. So if you need something that acts like a mixer, and it also comes with 2 different lid types. So it comes with the one right here, which seals shut, and it has the clamp you could just put up, hang on your backpack or whatnot. So it works out pretty well. And that's pretty tight too. That really sticks in there tight and it's sealed. Really cool product. I found it was cool. It was like every once in a while I find a product, I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. It saves me so much time. Because I would have to stir the powder. You understand? I'd stir it with a straw. I tried a chopstick. I tried a spoon. And I would just stir and stir and stir, and it would just clump in corners. And I just get this like sludgy green stuff at the bottom because it wouldn't actually stir very well. That stirs it perfectly. It mixes it up really good. So it works well for my powdery stuff. Next up, I have been using these for quite a while. These are the CareTouch lens wipes. And I have 3 different versions in the carousel because you can get the 400, the 210, or the 100. And honestly, I go through these several times a day. Everybody in the family uses them. They're fantastic alcohol-based cleaning wipes that work for camera lenses. They work for phones. They work for just about any electronic device you have. You can clean and sanitize them. Sunglasses, literally anything. What I really like about these cloths is they are not so wet that they leave too much residue. They actually clean it pretty well. Let me pull out the iPad 3 over here with the dragon showing. Let me lock the screen here. Show you. So they have enough moisture on them that they work really well for tablets, but phones, you could probably do 2 phones or a couple devices at the same time with them with ease, and they just do a really good job. Again, they dry immediately, no residue. They don't leave a lot of liquid behind, and they just work really well keeping your screen clean. I use them all the time. Like everybody in the house uses them. We all just take a pack with them. They come in these individual like packets. Just put them in your purse, put them in your pocket, put them in your bag, your backpack, whatever. Have plenty of them. You never not need something to clean your phone screens with. So having a gigantic pack of these is extremely beneficial. All right. What do we got next after the wipes? Oh, well, that was my last product. All right, well, any questions? That actually finishes up the show. We had a surprising lot of products today. I don't think I missed anything, did I? I feel like I didn't cover something. Oh. Okay, so you know what? I'll show you the video I'll go back to the standing desk, and I'll actually show you the video on it real quick, just to show how it works in action, because I'm telling you, the standing desk was so cool. Let me just show you that real quick. Video, showcase, properties. Check this out. First impression taking the Fazebo sit-stand desk out of the box. I have to say it is packaged extremely well. I love the way the wood paneling looks on the desk surface, and it is very heavy, so just something to note. We can't do gift cards on streams anymore. So obviously you get the 3 adjustable standing. We can't do at this time. We can't do giveaways on streams until Amazon gives us a compliant way to do them. Assembled, but just right off the box, coming out of the box, very well packaged. Every corner piece is protected. So we're waiting on Amazon to give new rules on how to do giveaways on streams properly, because the way we had been doing giveaways previously, not just us but many streamers, Amazon said was non-compliant, and it got a few streamers banned, and they had to request their accounts to be reinstated. So we have to all suspend doing giveaways on live streams until Amazon, who's supposed to be publishing a FAQ to tell us the proper way to do giveaways on streams that don't break our terms of service as influencers and associates. So as soon as we get a legitimate way where we can do on-stream giveaways again, we'll start bringing giveaways back. Believe me, I've got brands asking me all the time they want to do live stream giveaways. I just had a brand with a RoboVac want me to do a RoboVac giveaway on a live stream, and I have to put them all on hold until Amazon gives me the proper way to do live stream giveaways. So once they do, I will let you know. We still do website giveaways separate, but they're not related to. They're not in any way connected to the Amazon Live until we get proper information on the proper way to do it without violating the operating agreement. By a plastic protective edge, so everything's real packed well, everything's well protected, and I just absolutely love. They can and they do.
So while assembling this desk, one of the things I wanted to point out right away is that everything is very clearly labeled. Keep your screws and bolts and everything in their pouches, and only take them out as you.
So I'm not super handy. It took me about 4 hours to assemble this desk myself, so that's just me. I also have ADHD where I get distracted and I'd stop assembling it and do something else, then come back to it. But it took me about 4 hours total. It wasn't hard to do. It was just time consuming for me.
Need them. Don't just spill them all out over the floor, because there's a lot of them and you're going to want to just reference them in their pouches. Secondly, every part is properly labeled, or it was when it arrived, and I really like how every place has a sticker for the letter as well as arrows showing you the orientation. So it was not hard at all to start assembling the
Thanks,
leg.
Stargazer. Have a great one.
So when putting in the screws to attach the leg to your desk, it really helps to have an overhead light, because it's really hard to find the holes and line up. They give you this little guide here which prevents you from the dropping the screw and it getting stuck inside the pole.
There's my minion, by the way.
Having a little magnetic clamp flashlight that can kind of like hang onto the leg and point the spot.
Well, I have that flashlight.
You find those holes. So
I always have that with me at all times.
Well, after getting the legs together, then it's just a matter of setting them up on the table. You kind of build the desk upside down, and you're going to put the pole bars in between them, and then just start connecting it all to give.
Yeah, it's not solid wood
of the frame.
It has.
So what
it's
makes
got
this
laminate.
desk frame so strong is not only do you have 17 screws directly to the frame to hold it to the desk bottom, but you also have these bolts which go into the
But
bar
it's solid,
that's
though.
in between these metal bars to hold them fixed. So this is what gives the desk extreme stability and have a solid metal poles throughout the entire length of the desk so that it can support a lot of weight. Well, we finally have this beauty of a standing desk together, and just look at this surface top. Really, really nice, thick. This thing is solid.
Yeah, it's got 3 motors that have to work in sync with each other.
Panel on the side here. Now, after you have it assembled, the first thing you want to do is start calibrating it. And it gives you instructions to calibrate it, and then you can adjust it to the height that you want, plus do the memory settings to have it raise or lower to wherever you want it.
Yeah, a lot of distance too. You go all the way down to 29.5 to 47.5 inches. So versatile. The best standing desk. We've covered a lot of standing desks. We've covered Radlove standing desks. We've covered a lot of brands. This is the best standing desk. And I needed an L desk. It's 63 inches. So, and you could actually get one size larger. I couldn't believe it, but you can actually get like a 70-inch version. This is their 63-inch version. You can get a 75-inch version, which was too big even for my room. But the 63-inch version works very well. So I'm very, very happy with this L standing desk. One of the best purchases that I made. It's actually on deal right now for $469.99. I actually paid the full $700 for it when I got it about 2 months ago. So worth every penny. Literally, the fact that I could stand here, and again, I cannot express to you enough that I spend 14 to 16 hours a day right here where you see me live streaming. I spend 14 to 16 hours a day. I literally only go off to eat dinner and sleep sometimes, but I'm just constantly doing the grind, working, editing content. Did a little bit of Diablo 4 gaming this weekend, but I'm always in front of my computer. I'm definitely, addicted to my computer. So this standing desk at least helps me stand and not sit so much, and it's really important. Yeah, again, that's why I chose this one. I needed to support a lot of weight because I got 32-inch monitor. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. I just needed to support quite a lot, and it just doesn't disappoint. I've been very, very happy with it. I've got my computer speakers, my Edifier G2000s on it. I've got my lamp pole from my Dasny light. I've got this pole light lamp over here. I've got 3 cameras mounted to it. Like I said, tons and tons of stuff on it. So very, very happy with it. Definitely the best desk I've ever had. Very, very happy with it. So, and then my old desk is the one right behind me. If I switch back to my regular mode, I don't know if you guys remember my black desk, but my old desk is the one that's right here. This was my old L desk that I was using prior to this new Fazebo desk. So about the same 63-inch size, but of course it's at the fixed level. So I just didn't want the printer to go up and down. I kept the printer on that one, and that's my product testing area. I've got like plugs and outlets everywhere. But that's about it for my show today. Thanks everybody for showcasing. Thanks everybody for showing up. You can see I have my gooseneck here for my phone for when I want to do like quick product recordings. I've got that Lamico gooseneck phone holder right there attached to the other product table. But thanks everybody for showing for the show today. I'm gonna go eat some lunch. Hope you enjoyed some of the products we showcased. And again, feel free to ask us any questions anytime on any products. You can come join our Discord, dragonblogger.com/Discord. If you want to come talk to us, we post a Dragon of the Day pick. We have our Facebook group. If you want to just meet the team, talk to James, talk to Nate, talk to anybody in the team, come say hi. Hey, it was good to be back live streaming, honestly. And I know Miss Dragon Blogger wasn't feeling well. She has a cold right now, but she just wanted to do a show because it had been 2 months since we've done a show together. So I appreciate everybody coming up. Have a great rest of your Sunday. You'll see Nate back tomorrow, James back during the week, and Blake will be on Shopping Dragons channel in just a few minutes. I believe he was going to start soon after I stopped. So if you want to go say hi to Blake, he's doing a Sunday show today too. So everybody have a great weekend. Talk to y'all soon.